Lisanne, good cop. Eric, bad cop. Tao, secret murder cop.
Yeah,
I love it. Yeah.
this works out nice.
I like that too. I like that because any other way that you try and like give a moniker to the three of us, I end up being the ugly. So.
The good, the bad, and
I don't know.
We'll go
We're
with
starting a
that.
competition for like the most mauled.
Right. Well, yeah, that's true. You have lost an eye. Although nobody notices that because you have a veil right now, so that's cool. All right. So yeah, she says you have the key, so go lock up, and she just sort of like does this motion here, and expects you to know where to go.
Okay.
All right, like vaguely towards the gate. Yeah.
Yeah. Start hitting it.
Okay. So are you all going to travel together for this whole thing? Is Eric going alone to this duty, or what's happening?
I think Lisanne should come with me.
Okay.
A to be good cop, and you need that kind of like person. Then Tao, I don't know if Tao wants to just sort of lurk around or.
I'm wondering if I should go ahead to where the treasury is, and then find like a little hidden spot to look like, at the end destination.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, splitting the party is always the key to success, but
you can Scooby-Doo it. It's fine.
Yeah.
We'll meet back here at midnight. What could possibly go wrong? Yeah.
I don't know where I should be or where we should look. Yeah.
I would have got away with it too if it wasn't for those meddling murderers.
Well, okay, so can we ask Chalaska, like, we need to know the process here. What are we investigating? Is the money, money comes from the inn, obviously, right within the building. Money comes from the market. We've learned that. What time? Like, what's the process for picking up that money? How is it transported? Is there a schedule? Is there a regular schedule at the same time every day? Is it random? Like, what are we investigating exactly? Where are the books kept? Where did it do? We need a lot of information here.
As you start running through this whole thing, like, Chalaska is like, you can see it in her face. She's getting more and more tense with it.
I'm sure.
And then she says, so he's going to give you responsibility of the one thing that this place runs on and not even tell you what to do with it. Fine, I'll tell you.
I agree with you in this one.
Try to get on our good side.
Well, I'm going to say, I completely agree. We've been brought in here to do a job and given very little information to do it. And bottom line is, we're going to need your guidance in this.
I'll tell you what, to make it super easy, because I don't want to deal with it. She just like motions for two. She goes two, and she goes this way, and she does it again for two more. She's signaling some of her entourage to follow you. So she's got two people going to be going with Eric. Eric, as you're starting to move out with the keys and doing certain things, you've got two people to help move you around. They know how to lock up and everything. They've done it. They've been on these runs several times. So they're going to help you do what you, or tell you and help you do what you need to do. And as far as Lisanne, you're going with Eric, or?
I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
So you're going with Eric, all right? And Tal, you're doing.
Well, again, we can discuss it. Maybe I'll go to the treasury, or I could shadow Chalaska. In either case, before we just sort of split off, I want to ask: is there anyone else that has any keys, or do these represent all the keys?
There's nobody has any other key. These are the master keys, and the only other keys along this wall are keys to rooms.
Okay. And this room we're in, this office, is it normally locked? Do people have access to this?
This is not a room that you can easily get into, no. You have to have...
Were there guards outside the door?
We're just going to say you have to have a certain clearance to get this far. Okay.
Are there guards outside the door or anything like that?
Possibly.
But no, I mean, we've just walked in here. I mean, is this a guarded room?
Can we see guards?
No, you don't see any guards.
We don't see any guards, but she implies
she's implying that it's being watched.
That something's being watched. Okay.
I see. Okay. All right.
Now, we're talking about splitting off. Splitting off to where exactly? Again, we don't know the process here.
Eric and Lisanne are going to be heading down to the gate. Now we have a couple guys with us. I feel a lot less incredibly awkward about it.
Yeah.
So we're going to head down to the gate. There's supposed to be, like, people might be forming up with us or whatever, but there's supposed to be, like, a patrol that gets the money.
And that was my question. When, like, this is what, mid-afternoon, late afternoon? Is the money about to be brought in at the end of the market day?
Yep.
Is that what we're going to watch?
Basically, yeah. I was going to describe it when you guys get down there, but yeah.
Okay. And that's why I was asking about schedules. Is it,
Yeah,
are we anywhere near time? Or?
What happens is, because I can talk about it before you get there too, so I don't have to talk about it again. That's true. Is that when you get down there, you'll notice that as the coffers that come through the gate, that's when the gate is shut and the coffers continue down the main street up to the inn itself proper, and that's where it's going to be deposited. But they do shut off the main wall to everybody in and around outside that is not supposed to be inside at nighttime.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
So they close the gate, then they collect the money?
The money comes through the gate and then they close the gate, yeah.
Oh, the inner gate we're talking about.
The inner
now.
gate,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
The outer gate has also got a wall that is locked up, but that's command of the outer watch. They do that.
Okay.
And the money that's coming in, is this like money that's like taxed from these merchants? Are the merchants part of the Zentarim, and this is all the money?
That's their payment, yeah. So whatever money they make per day, mind you, is a payment that they make, because they don't set up stalls and stay forever. Sometimes business doesn't do good, so they're not going to charge them a huge fee to just take a stall and have to.
Yeah.
Keep
So these are
here.
private merchants that are paying a commission basically to the place. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is the money that now belongs to the Barge Ride Inn / Zent.
Yes. The estate proper. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So so you guys are doing that. You move off that way, and that's exactly what's happening. You see a couple of wagons actually coming in with extra. Not only it's not only like chests of gold and stuff like that. It's not just treasures like that. It's also, you can see other types of material that might be used for currency, or at least in the barter way, because sometimes they don't want to give up a certain amount of gold. Like a merchant wouldn't want to give gold, they'll just give you some silks instead or something, that sort of thing. So anyway, that sort of caravan is coming through the gate as you're coming up, and it is being very much inspected by the guards in and around, and the two main guards.
So the tax collection's already been done. We're just worried about it from the point when it reaches the gates.
Now, that's interesting. The tax collection has already been done. The tax collector is currently also traveling with it. You can question him if you want to, or you can just follow him. You don't have to. Whatever, however you want to handle the situation. He is there, and there is so there's a guard now standing. They're backing away. They're just basically checking if there's any bodies in there. And they back away. Seems to be fine. And now they're calling for lock her up, and it says lock her up. It just kind of goes around in a big circle.
But is Donald Trump here?
Lock her up.
Yeah.
Oh, right. No. All right. So so you can now go and use your key if you know where to use the key. In fact, you got the two soldiers with you, so they just send it this way, sir. This way.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, so
head around, lock all the things.
Chink, chink, chink. There's more than one lock, obviously.
Trying to look very serious, like I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, and it's really strange because you're getting this whole this scenario, right, where people are just watching you intently, almost out of curiosity, but also with a little bit more, right, interest.
Yeah.
Right, you kind of get that feeling. In fact, you especially, again, because patron, you've got that really, you almost, interesting. So you lock and lock, all the locks go up and everything. So now you can now go with the caravan all the way back to see if anything happens with the caravan. You can break off. There's several little shops and stuff. You can start questioning people. You can, however you want to proceed in that regard.
But we're inside the inner gates now, so there aren't really a lot more shops in here.
Well, there's other shops. There's like the ones like smithies and everything that are here to stay. Those types of shops.
All these other buildings.
All these other buildings,
shops and houses and
Yeah, and people do live in some of these houses, like up.
Okay, so we are at 3 now.
Yes, you were at 3 right now.
So we've got what we have are 2 wagons. You said that have got goods and bags of gold or whatever from the market out front. Mm-hmm. But now we're coming through the town and we're stopping at various stores along the way collecting
a bit more.
the day's taxes. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now one question is we don't know how much we're supposed to be getting from each place anyway. I mean, we could be guarding this wagon that has already have a big shortage in it from before it even got started.
Yeah, but what I wanted to get right now was that I was going to tell. I was actually going to say like to son, get the count. Basically, like we have the tax collector, the guy who's in charge of that stuff. Like to get like he's got a. I'm sure he's not going to say it out loud, but I'm sure he's got he should have a record of how much stuff there is. Mm-hmm. Or if he doesn't, we're going to want him to make a record of how much there is at this point.
I mean, because there must be, because for every merchant, they must get audited at the end of the day.
Mm. There's got to be something, yeah.
Yeah. So again, Eric's like faking sort of the like, just sort of in charge, imposing guy. Just sort of, so he's like, oh, Lisan, get his count.
Yeah. Okay. I guess what we want to know is, like, is this place losing money because someone is like stealing gold or goods from the treasury, or stealing goods when they come into the town in the first place, or is it the merchants underreporting how much they're earning?
Exactly. Yeah.
There's lots of different ways that this place could be losing profit from.
Yeah.
So yeah, we want to know as early as possible how much gold is supposed to be here.
Mm-hmm. Well, at this gate right now, the merchant tells you, I'm not going to throw out a figure. Because I'll have to remember the
whatever. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
But he gives you a figure. So there's that figure. You got that figure in your head. Okay. And
that includes any silk, any other non-currency items, right?
It's assuming the assumed value of those items, yes.
Okay. So we'll be stopping and talking. Right. I guess I will be working with this tax collector guy at every stop along the way to find out what he expects to have gotten and what he actually got. And then we get a copy of that, or we get that report at the end of once we get up to the Treasury office, I suppose, because that's what we're going to have to check. Is that report wrong in the first place?
Yeah.
You know,
it is to be noted there was a bit of a hesitation before he said anything to you, but he did notice you specifically had the keys.
Oh, the keys.
So you have the keys, so therefore it's kind of like he then automatically assumed that you're.
And we've got the private guard that Chalaska sent with us, right?
That's right. Yeah. So you guys have a lot more authority. Okay. So he's very forthright. He's just like, he just gives you the figure. Bam.
Okay.
There's the figure.
Okay.
Do you have anything to write stuff down? To write that down or something? Or...
I think I do, actually.
Yeah, like a pen.
I mean, I'm assuming the tax collector guy does too. But I got this.
Warlock.
Yeah, but we want.
I got this covered. I have books and inks and all the things.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah. So you write down his total and you keep a separate total basically.
Yes. Okay.
Auditing.
We're getting the reports.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so.
So
I guess we're gonna just start going along, and I'll mostly watch the cards. Lisanne can go into the shops with the tax collector, I guess.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Sure. All right. And in fact, no, there's no reason to go into the shops. The shops are coming now. Like the actual people that work in this place, they're expecting us right on time. They just sort of like walk out. Bam. There's the let me get that focus back. There's the amount that was owed for the day, and of course the tax collector has it written down the amount needed, then gets the amount, counts the amounts, tallies it and everything, and then marks it off. If it's equal, checks it off. If it's under, he puts a note next to it, and then they carry on.
So these are tenants basically paying their rents, but they do it every day. A little bit every day.
They're paying like a percentage.
Yeah. Exactly.
There might be rules. There's probably like a minimum or something, but
that's what there would have to be.
Yeah, it's a quick little murder.
It's rent that's geared to income. It's very progressive.
Yeah. Well, businesses always get good treatment like that, right?
Yeah.
Businesses always get like the fair treatment, and then
if you got money, you get the fair treatment. If not, then anyway, you know how that goes. All right, so. So that happens shop by shop by shop by shop by shop. Before
I mean, it's fair, but it's also like racketeering, like protection money. Oh, you want to be here and you don't want to have some sort of strange accident happen to you?
Yeah.
Then you better pay us 10% of your take.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, how far along are we when we hit blacksmith shop?
Blacksmith shop is basically right here. It's the that guy.
I'm not seeing that thing.
I don't see it.
Oh, there it is. Okay, now I see it. Yeah.
Okay.
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 When we get to that one and they come out and they do the money thing, Eric's going to be like, hold on a minute. I'm going to go over there, go over to the blacksmith, and it's like, you have a chain, reasonably thick chain, about 4 or 5 feet.
4 or 5 feet?
It's a wallet chain. Well, a keychain chain.
It was
I want to. Basically, Eric wants to take a chain and like attach it around the key ring. He's gonna wrap it around his torso and then around the arm, and then have it go to the keys. If he unwraps it around his arm, it's got some more slack. But yeah, basically, he just wants to. He's like, if this guy has a chain he can get, he just wants it. He's pausing everything right now. He's gonna just do that like right now. Just give him. I'm just going to. Now I'm actually, as a blacksmith, I can set a reasonable price, but I'm not gonna like ask him how much it is. I'm just gonna say here it is. Just give him the money for it, basically, and get a chain. Like, so pause everything just for the like minute or two to get that chain, get that set up, and like hammer it and like attach it around the keychain.
Okay. So as you go to do that, though, you are reprimanded by the other 2 soldiers. It says nobody carries the keys around. They go right back in the office where you pick
Not
them.
anymore.
Oh. Intimidate check this guy. and call me crazy in chat wants you guys to ask if anyone's feeling, I guess, disgruntled about the tariffs.
Oh.
Or if
Yeah,
they think
there's
it's fair or
what
whatever.
are
check
we
if
picking
people
up
are
from
like
the people?
disgruntled about the tariffs. I'm just like asserting my
Okay.
authority right now.
Okay. All right.
I rolled pretty solid for my intimidation check.
Well,
so.
yeah, and in terms of the intimidation check, you succeed quite well. Or at least
Basically, just like, well, all rules will be followed, and then just like carry on.
There you go.
Okay, so he just steps back and kind of assumes things are going to work out. Right. So then, so you get the
You're
chain.
not my supervisor.
You get the chain, and in fact, because you're with the entourage, you don't have to pay for this chain. This chain just comes out. He just.
No, I pay him what I deem a fair price. There's just no discussion about it.
Okay. Right.
He's a blacksmith. He would know. That's okay.
Fine. Okay, that works out.
Yeah,
then.
and that's a good question. Like, how are the townspeople acting through all of this?
Not.
I mean, are they looking browbeaten and they're having to pay more than they can afford? Is this some sort of racketeering thing, or is it just tenants paying their rent and they're, oh, here, how you doing? I had a great day, whatever. What kind of what are we picking up from the town?
They there seems to be some amount of not a lot, mind you, but there is some amount of, you can see it in their eyes, a little bit of a disgruntled sort of thing. You could follow up on that if you want, but it's not a lot. It doesn't feel like they're angry. It just feels like something's a little bit off. Richie, thank you for that tip, man. You're front and center. There you go. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So the chain.
So yeah, we get that brief interruption out of the way. Eric takes a look at the chain and is like, very nice. And then we like, okay, carry on.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you pass on from there.
I don't know if the chain is very nice, but I'm like polite about it in that sense.
Right. You've probably done a better chain for yourself. But yeah, so you kind of go again, place by place by place. There's only a few left. As you round the bend through one of the alleys, everything's fine. There's no issue. All the taxes are coming in quite well. And
how many guards are there on this like tax caravan?
On the tax caravan, there's
Yeah.
there's the hold on, let me see. There's the 12 there. I have a number, so there's the 15, there's the 12, and there's the 12. I'm just gonna say that because I have some left over anyway. So I'm gonna say that there's 10.
10. Okay, counting or not counting the 2 that we
That's
can't.
not counting the 2 that are there. So there's 12 total.
Okay. Yep, makes sense. Okay, so we carry on. We're just looking for anything out of the ordinary. I'm more focused on watching the cart itself,
Sure.
even though I'm pretty sure that's not where things are happening.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like it would be too obvious, if you're going to do something like this, But you never know. I mean, it could be magicked away in some way. You have to keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
Well, there's only it looks like basically a block. I mean, it's not a long Well, okay, it's a pretty big building based on that picture you gave us, but
Yeah, it's actually got to be pretty. All these buildings are bigger than they
yeah.
first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the thing is like there's shops next to shops. So the blacksmith is not just that shop. There's other shops inside of that or next to that.
Okay.
Like,
So it's a building
Each
with
one
a
of these
bunch
is a strip
okay.
mall.
Basically, yeah. There's businesses next to
Okay.
businesses next to businesses, and in
Each
fact,
one is a block. Okay.
yeah, you kind of get
Is it-
that.
Okay.
But
It is a good
but-
time to remind everyone that I see the invisible, and I have like that long dark vision, so I can see what's going on in alleys and stuff too.
And it's not super
So-
dark yet, although it is getting there. It's starting to get kind of dark.
Yeah, it'd more just be in alleys and stuff. But I'm assuming if it was just someone doing something with invisibility, that they've like taken precautions against that, or they would have checked that sometimes.
Mhm.
So, but just I remind that. That's good.
Okay, so as
Okay.
you guys are doing this, and this is going to take a few more minutes there, close to an hour, and basically, when it's done right, it's all done before nightfall fully happens.
Okay.
Right. So
Okay.
it does not get nightfall until the money is securely locked away.
Might
But
take a little
for-
longer today with all the questions.
It might, yeah. But for right now, Tao, right?
Yeah.
You are currently with Shalaska, correct?
Yeah, I am still. I was thinking of probably heading to the treasury, maybe with Chalaska, getting the tour there. I want to know about security precautions and things like that. Really get to know the path on the way, that type of thing.
Okay. Sure. Okay, so one of the interesting things of note is as you're exiting the office, the back office there where the keys were, because you were there for that. You leave back through way of the kitchen-sized huge kitchen. Sorry.
Yep.
A kitchen-sized room.
Yeah. And which there's there's people in there, right? There's people in there that they're actually working in the kitchen. And then passing back in through the bartenders, you're rounding the bend and everything. Roll a what would you want to call it? Roll an agility, something agility or acrobatics.
Acrobatics?
Yeah, acrobatics. Thank you very much, the gamesman. A tip just came in of 5 set tips.
Thank you.
Okay, so you notice quickly enough and deftly step over the near prone body of a dwarf who happens to be laying completely down on the ground, and his hand shoved right up into the wall, and he's just kind of moving his arm around into the wall. Yeah. So you almost and Shalaska continues going. She just keeps walking.
Wait.
Down on the ground.
What are you doing? Looking for rats?
Exactly what I'm doing. I'm actually about to kill a whole nest. I have poison.
Okay. Wow. Imagine this is one of those Midsummer Murders or something like that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So there's an exterminator on site with access to poison. This is the first 5 minutes of the show.
Yeah.
There's gonna be, and right before commercial break, we're gonna find someone dead,
Yes.
apparently poisoned,
Yeah.
face down in their beer.
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
Okay. All right. So anyway, yeah, he's got his arm straight up inside there, and he's you hear some loud knocking back and forth. And Shalaska turns around and says, "Are you coming?"
Yeah, I'm trying. You know what? I am gonna X-ray vision that spot just before. Boop.
Okay, so you X-ray visioning that spot.
Yeah.
It is interesting to note, you did use magic. So in and around that area. So what happens right now is you become a little bit glowy.
But are we in the bar right now?
Yep. Just
Ooh.
behind the bar, yeah.
Thank you.
And even out here, using magic
Yep.
makes you glow.
Yeah. You start
All
to
right,
glow a
that's
little
fine.
bit. So Chalaska says, "What are you doing?"
It's like the one glowing eye.
Yeah.
I just say my job.
Your job.
Yeah. Are
She
you
just-
gonna keep walking?
She smacks her lips together really, really hard. Yeah, she says, "Follow me, please."
Mm-hmm. So, and I do, but just through the wall there, does that when I'm seeing his hand has got poison? Is he putting down warfarin like in the walls? Do I see any rats in there?
Yeah, no. Inside of the wall there seems to be where you can see some like pieces of paper and shavings and whatever. But there's also like he does have a container in his hand, and he is kind of like just sort of knocking the walls as he's just throwing shit inside. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Is it poison? I don't know. You can go taste it or something, but.
So as we walk to the treasury, keep in mind for 1 minute I can see through things.
Okay, sure. Which is very interesting because as you leave the bar area, you start to not glow as much, and there's a sound that happens to blare out. I forgot that bit. There's a sound that blares out when you were glowing. That was quickly silenced after Alaska just like threw her arm up, whatever, and just dropped it again, and the sound stopped. But then as you moved around from the bar, you stopped glowing as well.
So as that was only going on while I was behind the bar?
Yep.
Like, so when I'm in the actual common area, there's no glowing alarm shit?
No, it just seems like it went away after she just sort of like dropped her arm.
Oh, okay. After she dismissed it.
Yeah, she just dismissed it. It just took a while for the glow to go away.
Okay.
Longer than the alarm. Yeah. Just an interesting thing. All right, so anyway, you continue following her, and where are we going? I forget where we're going.
The treasury.
All right, the treasury. Right. Okay, so you follow her to the back like there's the bar area, and then further up the way where you would normally start splitting off on one side to go towards some of where the suites are. There's the other side. The other side is where you guys are going, and you start passing by soldiers. Like there's like security bits here and there, and there's an upper balcony, and then there's another upper balcony, and then there's the like a larger door, and again that door happens to be it doesn't have any doorknob, which is interesting. At all.
Have a keyhole?
No keyhole either. I mean, not yet anyway. And she just sort of like puts her hand against it, and as she puts her hand against it, it reveals a keyhole. She says, "This is the treasury." And then she pulls her hand away, and it goes away.
I'm going to touch the door.
Okay, you touch the door. As you touch the door, the keyhole opens up.
Okay. I was kind of expecting there to have to be like a magic word, like coffee.
No, the interesting thing is that you put your hand against it, and the keyhole opens up, and she's standing there. She's just like, "Son of a bitch." That's what she says. She just mutters under her breath.
So, I'm assuming this keyhole doesn't appear for most people.
You say that?
Yeah.
She says, "No, it's supposed to. It's only supposed to be when I'm around. It's a security thing."
No, when you're around. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And now you have it, apparently.
Oh well, but you're still
good.
around.
It's good to know. No, but it's only when her hand touches it.
Okay.
That's what
only
she's
her
trying to
hand
say.
is supposed to do it.
Yeah, only her hand is supposed to do it.
Mm-hmm. So I look back. So this area, there's a bit of like a cathedral ceiling or whatever, and there's two balconies. So there's like people that can guard from an above balcony and look down on this big door. Mm-hmm. Do I still have my X-ray vision at this point?
No. By the time you get up there, no. You guys weren't running, so.
Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah.
I say this is quite the security setup.
There's a reason for that. We have a lot of people who would be pretty adept at getting their hands on things if it weren't a adept security setup.
That's right. Within the own organization.
So
we're rogues and thieves and assassins. Oh my! You know?
Right. So that's what's happening while you guys are out collecting. Right?
Yes, I know.
So now Tal knows where the treasury is. You guys will actually know where the treasury is here pretty soon anyway, because you're about to come through the courtyard.
About to come meet you.
Yeah, coming in through the courtyard. You're coming in through the on the courtyard. And there's the main stairs that go up to the main inn. Right. You guys are taking a side path. That side path leads to sort of like a tunnel, almost like I don't even call it. Give you a visual. Parking garage, you know, that sort of thing. You kind of go inside.
Loading bay.
Yeah, loading bay. So you kind of go in that way, and as you come into the back side of that, there is a lift that is there, and that's where they start tossing the stuff into the lift on the bottom.
the lift, does it work by having like a pulley and rope inside the lift itself, or is it someone else somewhere else that's operating it?
So okay, here's what happened then. To get full disclosure, as you guys are watching the goods go in, basically all the way through there, the accountant then takes the piece of paper that he has had put all this numbers together. He takes it, and as he tears a sheet from the book, he just tears a sheet right out, and tosses it into the bin. The paper, as it lands on the pile, then shuts the door. Just shuts really fast, like it's like instantaneous. You can't even see it. You can't blink and see it. Just like boom, shuts, and then you hear like a winding sound, and that's it.
That's the lift. So you guys aren't in the lift.
I was saying nobody's in the lift.
Yeah, you should probably be in the lift.
That's not good.
I don't think anybody wants to try to be in the lift.
Why?
Because
how big is this?
Because where that goes, you're not going to be breathing.
Does that go straight into the vault?
Yeah.
And Tao is on the other side of the wall leading into that vault.
Yes.
I don't like the gap in the chain of custody.
No kidding.
Yeah. Well,
that seems like a spot right there for something to go wonky do.
Certainly could be. Although at the very same time, the accountant tells you specifically how it works in terms of he doesn't know how it works. He's not a mystical guy at all. He just says what he knows is that when he throws in the piece of paper, that signals the gate to shut, and when the gate shuts, there's no way you survive being inside of there.
Mm.
That's what he was told. Like if you're inside when that thing shuts, you're dead. If anything's alive when it goes in there, you're dead.
Can we have before the tax collector dropped off the piece of paper? Can we have like compared it with Lisanne's count? As that would have been part of our job.
Right. Yeah. Actually. Yeah, you got the tally that he gave you.
We would pause them at that stage and be like, wait. Just to compare.
Yeah, that happened all pretty fast, didn't it?
Yeah.
Description
I'm going to say that, no, you guys did that beforehand, because there's going to be, that would be just infuriating.
I would say we have keys. We can go open the vault, go in and check on the other side.
Yeah, that's the other thing. You do have the ability to do that.
First.
Yeah, sure, you can compare first. Yeah, so you compare. And then when you see everything is tallied up, everything is the same. Yeah. Right? He tears off the sheet, throws it inside, bam, instantaneous lockdown. In fact, you don't even see the door. It almost seems like the door just shows up. It doesn't seem like it comes down from the top, doesn't come up from the bottom, doesn't come in from the side, just boom, it's just there. And then that's it.
Yeah, Solbit, that was always not an animal, but maybe like a bug or something. Toss a bug in next time and see if it actually comes out the other end dead, if that's actually true. I mean, being told that is one thing. Being true is another, right?
Yeah,
so.
This is true. Warforged thief. Does he have daggers welded to his face? I'm
that could be a problem.
All right. Right.
I'm still worried about ghosts.
That could be a thing. All right. So that's your bit. And yes, when you hear the lift go off downstairs, I'm going to say right now, for you, Tao, you do hear also a winding sound happening.
Mm-hmm. So I ask her what that is.
Chalaska looks at you and says specifically that means the accounts have been balanced and it's on its way to the treasury.
Okay. Does it come in from like below or above, or like are we in the basement? This treasury here?
Oh no, the treasury itself is just behind this door, and you guys are on the balconies. You're about 3 stories up at this point, kind of up and over.
So he wants to know treasury height relative to the loading bay height.
Right. So
above.
She says there's a loading bay down below.
Okay.
That when it's actually correct, when the balance is correct between both what the amount of currency that is in the loading bay, also the amount.
Holy shit.
Yeah. When the tax collector throws in his paper that says it's supposed to be this amount, then it shuts and everything is fine.
You can tell we're in the Forgotten Realms when there's like this high level of freaking magic stuff.
Yeah.
Just for bookkeeping.
Yeah. It's huge. Yeah.
Damn.
Which is why, at this particular point, it's really crazy. I mean, here's the thing. This is Zentarum. So if Zentarum are trying to bugger over Zentarum, and it's just any normal way of robbery, then it seems like they would be able to pick up on it, but they haven't yet. So now it's like, what the hell? They haven't figured out what's going on.
Yeah.
So you guys are there doing some stuff.
So now that the lift has presumably reached the treasury, what happens?
It remains there. It remains there.
No one has to empty the lift or anything?
Nope. We've never had to empty it before.
So it just empties itself.
As far as I know, Chalaska kind of looks at you with this whole like.
I think there are ghosts.
She looks at you with this like sort of like, she's never really considered it, sort of face.
Yeah.
Like she just kind of looks at you dumbfounded, and you can roll the check to see if she's being honest or whatever. But, yeah.
We're gonna find out that living inside the vault is an ancient civilization of accountants who have like gone feral. They're just like feral accountants in there, and they finally like rebelled.
Yeah, I need to see inside the vault.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, I think we're going to be saying that too, Eric. Okay, this just disappeared, and nobody escorted it wherever. Now you guys need to take us to wherever that's gone, because that's what we need to see.
And
so we'll be meeting up with you. Yeah, we'll be meeting up with you.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Let's regroup and then say we need to look inside the vault.
Okay. All right. So, you want to let's see if we want to take a break.
Should we get more guards to be? If this vault isn't open very often, should we ask for like more guards?
I'm sure there will be lots of people.
Mm-hmm.
They're not opening the vault and having just us go in. There's going to be lots of people. Sure.
Right. So in terms of so for Lasan and Eric, where you guys are right now, that's it. That's the whole party. The party's done there. They start to sort of go their own ways, and the accountant looks at you and says, "Is there any further questions you have for me, or am I free to go?"
We need to see inside the vault.
So you want me to come and see inside the vault?
Okay with that. Yeah.
Okay, I'll head for you there. Then I have to go and get some food. I am starving.
Of course.
Okay. Yeah, you and me both. Didn't have breakfast.
All right, so he follows you on up. The guards also that were with you, the two guards that were sent with you, follow you on up.
Yeah.
You guys come through the main area, so the big open doors. You can actually see the vault door, the treasury door, from the bottom floor. It's that open, right? So you can see from the bottom floor. You can look straight across, and you can see the treasury door from where you are as you come through. In fact, that's where Lasan, that's where you and Eric see Tau and Chalaska. You see from afar. They just look that way. So, all right. And then of course, you get a sort of a mediocre escort from the other two soldiers. They just kind of, and then the tax collectors in tow. You just kind of move up that way.
Okay.
So you go up the flight of stairs as you needed to do, and yes, you meet up with Tau. And so now what?
Open the vault.
We explained to Tau what just happened, how the stuff got moved, and go from there.
Yeah, no one sees it once it goes in lift. There's no eyes on it in lift.
If we were here for a different reason, this would be like the greatest sort of like Ocean's 11 kind of like heist adventure.
It could be next time once we learn all the security.
Yeah, we're making copious notes.
Yeah, we would also be the number one people that Butthole would suspect.
Yeah, do you think?
So I'm thinking maybe not the wisest, but
I mean, here's the thing. I mean, if you guys ever did want to, use this same world and then run some chaotic evil characters or something like that, and you can try to see if you can do a bank heist, that would be a lot of fun to try to do it here. But anyway, so you come up, you meet up together, and
we get down to the vault. I've got the keys.
Right. So Chalaska goes to put her hand on the door, and then she just stops for a second. She's like, just points at Tau, just kind of like.
Ah, okay.
Oh yeah.
I pointed Eric.
Right, but there's no keyhole, so Eric's confused.
Yeah.
Roll against confusion.
Put your hand up against the door.
Okay. So I just put my hand on the door wherever they seem to be indicating.
All right. Okay. So Eric, you put your hand on the door, and you're still confused.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll put my hand up against it now.
Okay. You put your hand against it, and a keyhole opens up.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay. So I find the key that she had pointed out previously. Again, I got the keychain is attached to my actual chain that's like wrapped around my arm.
Right.
It may be interesting to her, but either way, it doesn't matter. I just take it and put the key in the lock, turn it, see what happens.
Okay, so yeah, you put in the key, you twisted the lock and everything, and the door just vanishes. Just poof, just like it's not even there. In fact, it is kind of weird because I don't know if you were putting any pressure or leaning against the door, but you kind of have to rebalance yourself really fast there, Tal.
I was to say a little bit, yeah.
Whoa, okay. Where'd the door go? But what's on the other side of it is just a cloud.
Oh, a cloud.
Yeah, it's just a fog.
I wonder if we step through it, if we can then see what's there.
I
I asked Chalaska, like, has she ever been inside the vault?
Nobody goes inside the vault.
Somebody goes in. How do you get the money out? Okay, there's our next question. How do you know
We need the current balance of this vault. And she says that. And then out slides a piece of paper with the current balance of the vault.
What happens if someone were to try to walk in?
I'm not quite sure. Chalaska says she starts to stutter a bit. But apparently we've had an issue with one of our soldiers in the past tripping. He was drunk, and he hasn't ever come back out.
I was gonna say, you know what this is actually? This is just there was a rat infestation in the vault, so they're just they're
stripping out money and stuff to make nests out of.
Yeah,
so the balance
it's rats. It's rats just grabbing stuff.
It's a rat infestation.
So you have this count now. How does it compare to this morning's count? You have records,
and we're keeping a copy of that.
Yeah. So she says she gets the account of the vault, right? Okay, so she's got that, and she says, I don't know off the top of my head. We're gonna have to go and
have to go find it.
It's
kept somewhere.
What's the last one? Yeah.
Now, and if someone wants, okay, we had silks loaded in today. If somebody wants to take those silks out, show us how that happens.
So Chalaska says, we need a bolt of silk. And out slides a bolt of silk.
Lasan, ask for a bolt of silk.
I need a bolt of silk. Do I get one?
Nothing happens.
You ask for one.
I need a bolt of silk.
Out slides a bolt of silk. Which really, again, impounds Chalaska's anger. She is getting very mad now. Because to her, it seems more complicated. It's just like everything got more fucking complicated. You just threw somebody else in.
And if we want to redeposit this?
I have a... Eric, you ask for one.
Into the cloud.
Eric, you ask for silk. Is this connected to the keys, the authority, or just because you're part of the Zentarum? Because you were the widow.
We need both of silk.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
So it's not because you got the keys, because you actually physically have the keys. You're the guy who opened the door.
It's whatever got mojoed on me.
It's supposed to be split, right? It's chain is custody. If person with keys can also request money, then they have everything.
Well, except Tao was given the keys, so she would have had everything.
Yeah, and Chalaska presumably has the keys and could do this, would have full access. But yeah, how do we redeposit the silks?
Chalaska just takes the bolt of silk from me, just tosses it, and it goes poof, just disappears. And Chalaska does
disappear, or is it just like goes into the cloud and then we can't see it anymore because it's in a cloud?
What? Sorry, say it again.
I just want to clarify. You say it just disappears. You mean we throw it into a cloud and then as soon as it goes like a couple feet into the cloud, we can't see it anymore? Or do you mean when it hits the cloud, it disappears?
It's kind of interesting how it happens. Visually, what happens is the bolt of silk hits the cloud and then like it sort of goes transparent.
Okay.
Yeah. So I asked the cloud, we need a guard.
Nothing happens.
Corpse.
We need a corpse.
You get a corpse.
Ah! Ah! Is it the corpse dressed in the guard garb?
All you get is a corpse. You just get like a
just the body itself.
Well, ask Chalaska, is this the guy you lost?
Chalaska looks at the body and is just like,
or a murdered guest.
Yeah, I mean, she looks at it and she's like, I don't know who this is.
Oh shit! Yeah, this is the greatest way to dispose of bodies.
Is it really
Ask for another one.
Preserved?
No.
Ask for another one. Yes, and what state of decomposition is this thing in?
So you run out of corpses.
No, no. There are certain things that are best left buried.
Yeah, sort of.
I just slide the corpse back in.
Oh.
We need all the corpses. You know what? That might be dangerous.
Eric's just gonna attempt to remain just like impassive, and even though that's like, he's like, what? But like, no, it's just like maintain demeanor of like.
I just turn to Chalaska and says, there are certain things we're here to investigate, and some things we're not here to investigate.
Yeah. Oh my goodness!
It's interesting.
I think I've seen enough.
The corpse even seems cool to the touch.
And is it decomposed at all? Is it got
No.
the clothing is off it? Is this literally just a body that is just fresh dead?
It's just a fresh dead body.
It's like a freezer kind of stasis something.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh.
uh,
Awesome.
So anyway, that's what's happening right now at the treasury door. Meat locker bank combo.
How do we close the door?
How do you close the door?
Door disappeared.
Take the key out, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, there's no place for the key anymore, right? Actually, as the door disappeared, you're just like, whoa, okay, you're just holding the keys.
Oh, it just pops back. Okay.
Yeah. So actually, I don't have a command word. I should probably write it down because it sounds cooler if I ever get a command word. Let's get a command word. Be like,
Covfefe.
Huh?
Covfefe.
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 I got it. I'm writing it down right now. I can't get this to write. I don't have any ink. There we go. Covfefe.
The new mystery is who stole Briar's ink.
Covfefe. All right. Covfefe. On the door shuts.
Okay.
All right.
In fact, it just reappears basically.
Yeah. I mean, someone was noting it in the chat. Is the keyhole like invisible and it reveals, or is it actually like stone that shapes out? Just because I see invisible stuff. I'm assuming my see invis wasn't penetrating there like fog.
The fog? Oh no.
Yeah.
No. In fact, you did penetrate the fog to see more fog.
Okay.
Sorry. That's it. Yeah, you see.
So there's like visible fog, and then there's invisible fog, which I can see with my see invisible. Gotcha.
Yeah.
But the keyhole, does the keyhole like invisible and it reveals itself when you touch it, or does the stone actually shape out? If it was technically
it just reveals itself. Spell. It just sort of like fades in.
It physically opens up.
Yeah.
The keyhole. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Because someone wanted to know. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it just appears. And then if it's not there, it's not like it's invisible. It's just not there.
Okay. So.
All right.
So keys always stay in that room.
Right in the office.
They immediately go back to that office. Mm-hmm. Only you have access to office. You and
Nalasker.
Use his name. Yeah.
We're the only two that are allowed to walk back that far. If anybody else stands in front of that door without at least our what do you want to call it? What's our
presence?
Presence, yeah.
Permission.
Then it doesn't go well.
I have to say, there's one thing I'm disappointed in.
What?
When the door to the vault opens, I figured there should probably be like a big like bong or something, so that people know. So if someone tried to secretly open it, although I guess up until now it's just been probably you and Nalasker who could open the door.
Yeah.
By the way, any relation? Chalaska, Nalasker? Do you have uncreative parents?
Yeah, no, uncreative people who wrote the book. Right. No, that's it. No, Chalaska will say specifically. She looks at you puzzled if that's the case, and she says, "I am human. He is elf."
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Well-
right. Yeah, that part.
Sorry, I don't see race.
Yeah.
I barely
Oh,
see
I lost
anything.
that with
It's
the
like
other
2D.
eye.
Yeah, you lost the eye that saw race.
Yeah. Nice. All right. So very good. So that is your introduction to this whole weirdness that is going on. If you do quickly go down and you have the office. In the office is the other records kept per day.
That's where we need to see the changes that came in.
Right. So you have the balance sheet with you now.
Yeah.
That came in from what's in there, and with you also have a piece of paper.
And I'm assuming the
Eric.
balance is huge. It's like, oh, this looks like a phone number, kind of thing.
Yeah, no, it is a substantial amount of money. It's hard to kind of understand that type of money.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, that's fine. We don't need specifics other than it's lots.
It's
But
it's a stand. Yeah, it's good. It's amount.
Yeah, we need that. We need like daily balances for however long they've. I mean, going back a ways to see. Okay, how do I say
it's-
this?
it's on
eventually,
time.
right?
And
So
did the
right now,
daily-
we just want to compare this morning, like what they had, the last balance they took, and about that plus your count should add up. Then we can do all that like accounting and get everything as we go on.
Yeah.
But immediately, we just want to know that it adds up right now.
Okay. So what were you saying, the son?
Right.
Doesn't matter. We'll do it next week or something. It's fine.
Okay. Right. So when it comes to the logistics of how you guys want to do the balancing thing, I'm going to say specifically just for the speed and at least, I don't know, the sort of entertainment value of it. Crunching numbers, people do that sometimes for a living. I'm not going to run people through that.
Good.
For entertainment value, we're going to say that you guys did your best. You did some knowledge there, and to fully go into depth, if that's what you guys want to do, it's going to take a few days. So we're just going to say you started that process, right? So that's done. One of you, or a couple of you, or all three of you, if you want to do it all together, you can start that process. Meanwhile,
Right, but for today's balance, though.
Quickly for today's balance.
Yeah.
Very interestingly enough, you have the amount that was put in.
Yeah.
Right? So you know what the amount was for that. And in the office, there's the amount previous to that. And then there's the amount that you now have. And it added up.
Okay, so X plus Y is what they should have, and X, and we have Y on our sheet of paper, and they have X.
Yeah.
On yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Okay. So that's the key detail. At this stage, it appears that nothing has gone missing.
Yep.
Based on everything we know, then we can test.
Mm-hmm. We can check again tomorrow morning, and we can do different things.
Yeah. Seems to be added up at the moment, at the very least. Right. So
one of the I was going to say, one of the things we'll have to figure out is, like, what are we doing in terms of night? We're not just going to go back to the room and sleep. I'm sure we're going to, like, look around, have someone on a rooftop, have someone be outside the treasury, have someone guard the keys, have someone, like, we need about 15 people, but.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. So in terms of the standard security measures done, that's, you can go and check on that. You can sort of like make sure that they're all in place, and satisfactorily, Chalaska will also come along with, and she says things are all in place. This is the way it's supposed to be, and you can also move around in certain other areas of the place that is not generally looked after very often, like in terms of cleaning services and everything. They don't go in certain places. She does mention that the attic, nobody ever goes in the attic. She doesn't remember the last time somebody went into the attic. It's just an empty spot. There's nothing to go up there because.
Now we're totally not going to check the attic.
Yeah, I know. All right, see, there's that. But she says,
where we all get poisoned by rat poison. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. So she says nobody ever goes up into the attic anymore. That's been a long time ago. That's pretty much the only thing, though. There's other rooms, and you can go throughout these rooms. There's no furnishings in these rooms. Vanalida! Hello, thank you for that. Tippage. That's fantastic. Thank you for your generosity. Right, so...
Oh, there it is. Hello, and thank you.
So right now, everything that Chalaska has done, she's gone over and above her normal duties, she feels, and she says, if you'll excuse me, I think I'm due for some food. I'm going to go eat, I'm going to go drink, and I'm going to go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we have to put the keys back in the office, right? We're not allowed to keep the keys?
No.
Yeah, okay.
But part of me is wondering if, you should just set up shop in the office. The keys have to go back to the office? Okay, these keys are attached to me. So I'm going to be in the office.
You could do that.
Can this be done? If I stay in office without you, anything bad happen?
I can't think of anything that would be other than uncomfortable, but whatever. It's up to you. That's your prerogative.
As long as I don't pass in and out, right? If I leave and come back, then bad things happen.
I don't think it's magically trapped or anything.
No. If you leave, you can leave if you want to. In fact, I'd prefer it if you have to go to the bathroom that you do leave. But
but you won't be able to get back in.
Yeah, getting back in.
Or can he get back in?
Getting back in would be a bit of a problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that could be a security thing if somebody else can access the keys if they've learned a way around this. Mm-hmm. Why don't you just keep the keys?
Just give us a minute. I go to the bathroom first, then I'm staying the night.
Fair enough. If that's what
I'm gonna head off. So I just need her to let me back in. I'll grab a pillow or something.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to stay in there.
You're gonna say goodnight to Alexi?
Yeah, I'll quickly let him know what's up, and then go to the washroom, and then.
Okay, Alexi doesn't really care because Alexi's asleep.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'll leave him notes and it's I'm away. We'll be back.
Okay, I'm away. We'll be back. Okay. Very good.
Okay, so a place to wind up for the day?
Yeah, this is a great place to put a cut.
I think so, because in from here, there's going to be just this is where it gets interesting, really. But we'll save that.
Yes, but we can't start that right now.
No, that would be too much of a problem. But anyway.
Yeah, we go to check the balance next morning, and it just comes out 0.
Oh, you know what? Here's how I will end it.
Plus 23 corpses.
Yeah. Wow, that would be something. Here's what I will say. You guys will probably be eating before you leave, right?
Yeah.
Or before you go for the rest.
I'm near the kitchen. I'll have them leave me something.
Yeah. You can leave something by the door or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Sure. That's fine. But in terms of who has passive? It's Lasan, eh? Lasan has the highest.
What's that?
Lasan, you have the highest passive perception. Okay, so as you guys are sort of reveling a bit, just kind of looking around and talking about your experiences of the day, blah blah blah, taking a few drinks. I don't know if Lasan, if you drink a lot, but it doesn't matter because you have a passive check of 16, perception check. You notice somebody far off in the other side of the room suddenly stand up real fast and walk out. Just kind of abruptly. And kind of not just. He's the only. You have really good hearing, right? You have really good perception.
Yes.
Nobody was talking to this guy.
This guy's sitting on his own.
That's why he was so noticeable to you. He was sitting alone, and then all of a sudden just stood up really fast and walked out.
Okay.
Out the front door?
Yeah. And that's where we'll leave it.
Cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Sounds good.
All right. So, that's it for now. And hope you guys enjoyed that bit of, I don't know what you want to call it. It's a mystery, right? It's going to be a bit of a mystery sort of thing. You have to solve some things happening there. Red herrings here and there. I've already thrown in a few. We're going to see if these guys can figure it out. And, yes. Until next time. The butler, yeah. There's several of them, in fact. Actually, what's butler? That's for one owner, isn't it? Never mind. These are just servants. There's a ton of them. Yeah. All right, so next time, Quill, where can people find you?
You guys can find me at youtube.com/Quill18, twitch.tv/Quill18, and twitter.com/Quill18.
Very good. And Demonac, where can people find you?
You can find all my social media and stuff at demonac.com, and of course, tales from my D&D campaign at youtube.com/Demonac.
Yes. Want more in D&D? Do that. In terms of A Kiss for Luck, where can people find you?
Social media, YouTube here, everywhere, A Kiss for Luck.
Perfect. Well, that makes things so easy. And of course, you can find me here on twitch.tv/Briarstone on YouTube. You can click down below, because if you're watching this on YouTube, you know where I'm at. Anyway, also social media. Twitter, best place to find me in social media is going to be twitter.com/Briarstone_LP, because I'm not as lucky to have just A Kiss for Luck everywhere.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, a little bit more effort to find me there. But anyway, that's it. That's all. We're going to see you guys, I suppose, next time. Right now, are you live streaming in just a few moments?
I am, yes.
Okay.
City Skylines in 20 minutes.
All right, so City Skylines coming in 20 minutes for A Kiss for Luck. I will be hosting her from here. Please pop on over.
Thank you, heaps.
And say hello and be part of the crowd there if you like City Skylines. So we're taking off. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you again later.
Bye.
It was fun.
Oh, yes.
There are tons of Let's Plays on all my friends' awesome YouTube channels, and if you'd like some D&D distilled down to its awesome essence, check out the illustrated Tales from My D&D campaign.